Oh, I have just been going around spraying all my plants like a madwoman because I found spider mites on my pink syngoniums. I was about to film with them, I was going to put them up together, and I found spider mites on them, so I took them straight to the bathroom, sprayed them off, and then I decided I'm going to go and spray all the other plants too. Hey plant lovers, welcome to today's video. As I just said, I was going to be doing some combining of plants today to kind of make room for more plants. I know, naughty, but anyway, because I found spider mites on the ones I was going to do, I'm going to do something a bit different. So I've noticed that this alocasia poly is needing a repot. Please don't have spider mites. Don't see anything. But anyway, I think this one needs a repot because I'm seeing roots coming out of the top, and yeah, it's in a really tiny pot, so I'm thinking let's have a look and see, because I don't want to stunt the growth of the plant by not repotting it. Oop. Also, with it being an alocasia, it will probably start dropping leaves if I do not take care of it. And I do actually have a new leaf coming in on this one there, if you see. So yeah, I think it might be about to lose one though. Yeah, that one's on its way out. That might be why, because it needs repotting and I haven't done it. So let's get that done. I'm thinking it will probably fit into here, but I'm going to take it out first and see, because you never know until you get in there, do you? I've just been trying to catch up on watering. I've got so much watering to do. I've got so many pest treatments to do, and there's just so much to do all of the time. Hence why I was planning on combining some plants so that I could kind of condense a few up and have less pots to manage. But yep, I may do that if I get time. So let's see, we do have some nice healthy roots here, and yeah, they are starting to strangle the pot. There we go. So it does need a repot. I think this pot's going to be fine. Maybe just a tad bigger, because that doesn't really give it any room to grow. So I'll just grab another one. This does at least give it a little bit of room then to grow, because that's the whole point, isn't it? Now I really hope this one is going to be okay, because I just repotted my alocasia zebrina and it has gone really floppy. I'm just hoping it's a temporary thing, but I think the leaves that have gone floppy are going to die off. So I'm kind of annoyed about that, because that plant was looking so nice, and now it's kind of looking a bit sad, but at least the larger leaves are okay. So that's the main thing. I also moved it a little bit closer to the window because it's starting to get a bit cooler here now, and the light is starting to get less with it coming towards the autumn months. So yeah, but it would be good to get this one done, because this one was not growing for me for the longest time. I have been struggling with a lot of pests at the moment. Well, I say a lot of pests, it's not exactly an infestation or anything that I've got anywhere. It's not really severe, but it's just the fact that I'm having to keep on top of it. My Monstera deliciosa is probably the worst affected. There's quite a lot of damage on the leaves. The new leaves that were coming through have come out pretty mangled, but that's that. I've just literally treated it again today. I am just constantly treating it, basically. I then found them on my Philodendron Imperial Green. They are in the same room, so it's not exactly surprising, but it's quite shocking how much damage they've done to that one as well. So I've been cleaning that one too and spraying my treatment on it. And yeah, if you'd like to know how I make my insecticidal soap that I use, I'll put a link in the description to the video, because I did just make a video on how to make it. But I've basically just been using that on all my plants. I've given up on using the pesticide, the chemical pesticide, for now, just because it doesn't sit well with me, and it didn't really seem to stop them from being there. Maybe I could have done another treatment with it, but I decided to go down the natural route because I just want to try that first. Because long term, I really don't want to be using pesticides, and this is obviously going to be a long-term hobby, so I've got to try and work out a method. And so far, with using my insecticidal soap that I make myself, I'm keeping pretty good control of them. I'm also getting spider mites. I've got spider mites on my brand new Tenanth that I just bought. So luckily it was in quarantine, but yeah, I found spider mites on that. It was pretty bad, so I've been treating that as well, and I will say that the situation is improving. Also, the other spider mitey thing is that for the longest time I thought that I was overwatering my Ficus teneki, and that's these were brown, and I feel so stupid. It was actually infested with spider mites, and that's why it's like that. I just didn't see them until it was too late. But anyway, yeah, that's another one that I've been constantly treating. And again, I am getting somewhere now, and the new growth that I'm getting does appear to be undamaged. So that's kind of a good sign that hopefully the spider mites are going. Okay, so there we go. This one's going to be in the 3-leaf club because this leaf is about to go. Hopefully the 4-leaf club soon, because we've got a new one coming out there. But yeah, that's that one done. I think it might even fit into this pot still. Well, just about, but that's okay. I can find this one a new pot. I have quite a lot of pots on the go at the moment anyway. So that's that. What else do I need to do? Yeah, the other plants I've had thrips on, I've had them on quite a few plants actually. I've had them on my Macayana, my peacock plant. That one has been pretty badly ravaged by thrips. And I've also had them on my philodendron Brazil. That one not too bad though. I think maybe I caught it in time. But yeah, so loads of thrips, loads of spider mites. But yeah, I do feel fairly good that I'm on top of it. Aha, the other thing I need to do is repot my philodendron ring of fire. Now, this one I'm pretty sure needs a new pot because we have roots coming out of the top, and that's usually a good sign, isn't it, that a plant is root bound. In fact, a lot of my plants that are root bound lately, they're showing through the top of the pot rather than the bottom. Let's check you for pests. Don't see any. But yeah, this plant is growing absolutely beautifully. Look at that. That's the newest leaf there. And yeah, it's just ready for an upgrade. And it looks like this is the original pot that it came in as well. So it's definitely ready for an upgrade. So let's get some pots. Again, I didn't bring any pots over. I will fetch some now. Okay, I have all the pots. I'm definitely not going to need all these, but at least I won't have to venture off again to look. Let's see what we've got here. Going to get one that I think is going to be the approximate right size and then go from there. Is that going to be? Maybe. Let's try that. Right, let's just see what's going on in here. I don't want to change the potting mix up because it's good stuff in there. Are you going to hold together? The good thing about plants that are root bound is that they do hold together when you take them out of the pot. You don't tend to get loose soil going everywhere. And yeah, does need a repot there. It's getting nice and full. So let's see if this is big enough. It doesn't give it a huge amount, maybe one bigger than that. Do I have one bigger than that? Oh, that's too big. Why, oh why, do I always have almost the right size but not quite? This will do. Better to be just a tad small than it is to be too big, but anyway. It does have a bit of room to grow in there, so it'll probably just need a repot sooner than usual, but never mind, it's fine. Yeah, that just gives it a bit of space. Yeah, so as I was saying, there's been a lot of pest treatments, and I haven't exactly been feeling overwhelmed. That would be too dramatic. But I've just been feeling the burn, so to speak, and I've been looking around and thinking which plants could I combine so that I've got less plants to take care of, and there are a few that I want to combine up. So that will kind of leave more space for plants. That's not really the attitude, is it? But I do love buying new plants. I don't want to put myself on a complete plant ban, but I do just want to be a little bit more picky. You know, really take care of the plants that I have got. And I really do like doing it that way. But honestly, often the temptation to buy a new plant is just too much. I can't not buy it. But I have improved. I will say that. I've improved compared to what I was like. So, you know, I'll just come back from the garden centre with one plant instead of 6. So that's an improvement. So, you know. I do really love this philodendron. It's one of my favourites. I've been seeing these a lot actually when I visit Dobbies. They've always got loads of these in at the moment. And I always think to myself, should I get another one to combine it with this one? But yeah, I don't, because I'd rather get something new and different. Making a huge mess here. Okay. Right, so that's my philodendron ring of fire done. This one has actually grown up significantly. I believe these can get fairly big though, so yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it grow. But yes, this is a really easygoing plant. I would highly recommend it, especially if you're a person who doesn't want humidifiers and things going. I never run humidifiers and things like that. If the plant can't survive without humidifiers, then it doesn't survive basically. But this one's doing really well. It doesn't seem too fussy. Right, that's that one done. Now, do I have any others to do? I'm just trying to remember. What needs doing? See, I do have a list of all the things I need to do, but I didn't bring my list over. Okay, I checked my list, and one of the things I want to do is combine my snake plants into one pot. Now, if you see webbing on this one, don't worry, it's just a spider. I've had one of those You know, the really sort of small ones that kind of spin around fast. It's one of those. Let's take this out. Just going to do a quick pest check before I do anything. I don't know if that spider is still on here, but its web is kind of just there. Get rid of that. I don't think he's here anymore. That's fine. Don't see any pests or pest damage. So the plan is to pot this one up with this one. And also, I have a little baby one, a propagation, that I want to put in too. What's that? I thought that was a mealybug. It's just... Oh. Don't really suffer with mealybugs. I know a lot of people do, but I generally only get mealybugs now and again on my succulents. But actually, I think that's still going to fit in its pot. That is amazing. I love it when that happens. I'll just try and reach around and show you. It still fits in its pot. That's what we like to see. But yeah, I don't really suffer with mealybugs. At least, touch wood, I haven't suffered with them. I hope that I don't. I just occasionally get the odd one, as I say, on my succulents. So I figure whilst I'm here combining things, I might as well put this in as well. This way I've got one pot of snake plant. And honestly, it's much nicer to have one big full pot. Well, in my opinion, for me personally, I'd rather that than have loads and loads of the same plant. Okay, how am I going to do this? I think they're all going to fit into this pot, I'm thinking, because snake plants do tend to have really shallow roots. Shallow roots, small roots, yeah. So I don't think it's going to need an extra pot, unless it's suddenly made a growth spurt. I have recently moved this snake plant. Oh no, yeah, okay, that's great. We've got just soil everywhere, it's fine. It's fine. Soil all over my clean clothes. What was I saying? Yeah, I did move this to a brighter spot and it has started growing some new growth. This is not going well, is it? But yeah, those roots are very small. I don't think it has root rot, it just has teeny tiny roots. No, the roots seem healthy, they're just really, really small. Why have I got it in such a big pot? I do not know. Okay, we're going to downsize the pot. Why did I put it in a pot that big? I have no idea. It doesn't look like it's got rot. It looks fine, it's just... Okay, anyway. Moving on, let's do this repot. Oh my gosh, I've just realised I've just dropped a load of them all down here. I've made a real mess. Okay. I have to say I was not planning on making a mess. This much of a mess anyway. Obviously, repotting plants makes a mess, but not to this degree, I was hoping. Right, they aren't going to fit in there because there's too many of them. So I think if I put them in here, that also leaves me space for the other one as well. Let's see. It won't be long now before the cooler months set in. It is already starting to get cooler, and all the plant jobs will be much reduced. And at first I'm going to love it. I know I do every winter. I kind of love the break that I get. But then after a while I start craving more plant chores. I start craving more growth because of course they don't grow as much. And yeah, eventually the novelty of having less to do wears off and I actually start wanting more to do. I don't know if you do that. Does that happen to you at all? That happens to me every year. Okay, let's take out this one. I'm just trying to do this as though I have more arms than I should have. I could do with one extra arm right now and that would just be amazing. Okay, this one also looks healthy. Again, we have tiny little roots. It's very strange. I'm always surprised. I don't know if all snake plants have got tiny little roots. What's your experience of the roots on snake plants? I'd be really interested to know, because I swear the roots on the moonshine snake plant that I repotted were quite chunky and thick. But maybe it's to do with the type of snake plant. That could be it, I don't know. But yeah, this is looking better already. I love full pots of plants. It looks so much better. I always love it when I do this, when I combine plants and I get a fuller plant, and I think I should do this more often, and then I just don't do it for another however many months. Probably because I make such a mess. In fact, I'm going to reuse some of that because I do not want to waste it. Yeah, I am a bit of a messy repotter of plants. You see some people on YouTube and social media and stuff, and they're doing it in this amazing aesthetic way, and I'm just here getting soil all over the show. So this is real life. I'd rather show real life than a kind of polished aesthetic fakery. Okay, not that there's anything wrong with polished aesthetic fakery. I enjoy watching it too. So, you know, it has its place, but as long as you know it's not real. I just want to like kind of arrange these in a certain manner so that they look nice. Kind of like if you were doing a flower arrangement, I suppose. I want it to look good before I kind of set it in there. It does look really cool actually. I'm glad I did this. Look at that. It looks so cool. I'm pretty sure these are two different types of snake plant, and that's okay. I kind of like that. It's nice. They do of course have the exact same care, so it's fine for me to put them in together. What you don't want to do is pot up plants together that have completely different care needs. That will just end in tears. But yeah, two snake plants with the same care needs, not a problem. Now that pot is pretty full now, but you know, the roots weren't exactly huge, so I feel like that was a good choice. hope me slapping that isn't too loud for you. I have to do it though because I'm trying to get rid of the air pockets in here. Let's have a little look-see. Good thing is I think this will still fit in its pot too, and that is just brilliant because I don't really have any more big pots. I think that looks so nice. I know some of you like mixed pots, some of you don't, although this isn't too offensive, is it? Because they're both snake plants at the very least. I didn't used to like mixing different plants, even if they're the same sort of family, but lately I've been feeling a bit more creative and a bit more playful about what plants I pot together, so I quite like this. Let's do one last little arrange. Yeah, because I shall display it this way around, so you've got the smaller ones on the front and the bigger ones on the back. I think that looks quite nice. What do you think? Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I am. Glad I did that. So there we go. And yeah, as I say, that will fit in here. I've made such a mess. It will fit back in here, which is lovely. Maybe it goes down a little bit further, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Lovely. Oh no, I forgot this one. Oh no. He has to go in. I can't have him out of there. He has to go in. Luckily, he has the most pathetic roots you've ever seen, so I'll just pop that back out there. And just slip him in there somewhere. Slip him in there at the back, there's a little space. It's fine, it's fine. I'm putting him back where I snipped him off from. That's where I cut him off from. And I'm just sticking him back in there exactly where I snipped him from. What was the point? There wasn't one. There wasn't much point to that. Never mind. There we go. Okay, now I'm done. Okay, I've got soil absolutely everywhere, and I think I'm going to leave it there and go and clean up. So thanks so much for watching today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe give it a thumbs up, and until next time, guys, take care of your plants and take care of yourself.